Thousands are still displaced in Somalia months after severe flooding linked to the El Nino weather phenomenon swept across the Horn of Africa nation. The government and humanitarian agencies continue to help those worst affected, but they say a lack of resources is hampering their efforts. CGTN's Mohammed Kahie reports.
2023 was one of the worst years in Somalia's history. A country which was recovering from the impact of severe drought found itself in another climate-related crisis. Millions of people were displaced from their homes by floods due to the El Nino weather phenomenon. The UN described the humanitarian situation as once-in-a-century event. Thousands are still in overcrowded IDP camps, thoroughly dependent on aid groups for support.
We experienced 28 days of non-stop rain. We could not see the road with both people and their livestock stranded. We managed to arrive at this internally displaced center with our children on our backs.
The majority of the displaced were farmers like Hawa Adan Ali. The entire hard-earned harvest of the year was wiped out within minutes. Now, she depends on aid, like many others in this IDP camp in Gedo region.
Our harvest was destroyed by the water, and the degree and level of water was very dangerous, and we couldn't stay anymore. In the camp, we don't have proper shelter. It is a rainy season, and we need mosquito nets and tents as well as food.
The Somalia's Disaster Management Agency, which is coordinating the delivery of much-needed aid to affected populations, has received assistance from partners like China. But that is just a drop in the ocean compared to what is actually needed on the ground. The UN agencies are also warned about the impact of underfunded life-saving projects in affected communities.
Providing packages of early response support to those communities that are directly impacted, whether that's support in the areas of food or cash or hygiene or water or sanitation or the other areas that we're focused on. It's important to note that we have allocated significant resources to this response right now. We have $15 million allocated immediately towards the rapid response. However, our humanitarian response plan for this year is underfunded. It sits at about 39% funded as of today, and that is compromising our ability to scale up the response as much as we would have preferred. And we are appealing to donors to come in with their generous support to enable us to ensure that we're responding to the needs as they're likely to manifest over the course of the next months.
More than 100 people were killed in once-in-a-century weather phenomenon, as health officials continue to warn about potential outbreak of waterborne diseases in affected areas. Mohammed Kahie, CGTN, Mogadishu, Somalia.